and oppression cause much suffering. Cultivating loving kindness helps us end such things. One of you all know here because we are in Vietnam, so Thich Nhat Hanh was a master in applying mindfulness in everyday action. So that is one of the basis of the whole movement, mindfulness movement in the West too. Mahavajrananda, peace martyrs in Cambodia, he used to say every step is a meditation. He did a wonderful job. And Ajahn Dadasa, advocacy of environmental worry and preoccupation, he said that destroying nature is destroying ourselves. So it's a body of work that really worthwhile to study. Ending is inner and outer peace are inseparable. By transforming ourselves through ethics, meditation, and compassionate action, we break cycles of conflict. As Thich Nhat Hanh said, peace in oneself, peace in the world. Thank you.
So, thanks so much for Dhammacariya, Ricardo, Sasaki. We have been to learn that even in Brazil, you also have a Nalanda Center for Buddhist study. You are a famous writer, translator, and teacher, especially for meditation, mindfulness, and of course, our modern teacher, Thich has much influence on the modern society for peace and happiness. Thank you so much for your insight on the topic. Next, I would like to introduce the next speaker, Dr. Pham. He is a writer, translator, he wrote so many books and translated so many books in Vietnam from Lanka University. He will present a topic, cultivating inner peace as a prerequisite for world peace. Please welcome Dr. Pham.
Good afternoon. Very distinguished Dhamma and brothers. I would like to present my viewpoint on the theme cultivating inner peace as a prerequisite for world peace. I will skip the things that the speaker already mentioned to save the time. Okay? Challenge is humanity today. What is the world we are living now? We see that in today's volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, we call VUCA world. The need for stability has become more urgent. Following the COVID-19 pandemic, the war happened yesterday in Europe and even in the Middle East. The complexes there, natural disaster, inflation tension among major economies, still there. The quest for world peace has long been a universal goal. Cultivating inner peace is not just a personal journey, but a critical prerequisite for creating a harmonious global society. So, inner peace and outer peace. The speaker from Brazil just mentioned about inner peace and outer peace. I just say briefly. Inner peace is a state of mental and emotional equilibrium in which an individual feels content, focused, and free from anxiety. This sense of tranquility doesn't exist in isolation. It profoundly influences how people interact with others. Someone who cultivates inner peace radiates calmness, understanding, and empathy, fostering harmony in their surroundings. When individuals like these form communities, the ripple effects from that positive energy contributes to greater social cohesion, ultimately impacting the broader world. Conversely, the absence of inner peace often manifests as frustration, anger, hostility, which can escalate into interpersonal and societal conflicts. History demonstrates that global disputes frequently arise from individuals or leaders driven by fear, insecurity, or unchecked egos. Wars throughout history have been fueled by leaders pursuing personal ambition or calculated gains disregarding humanity and sacrificing countless lives because their hearts were conceived by hatred and desire. The reason for inner peace, I say the 7 points, just quickly, okay? First, about mindfulness. Many speakers already mentioned mindfulness. Here says briefly, is mindful awareness referred to the ability to fully perceive the present moment, rather than dwelling in the past or splitting the future. This practice, along with self-awareness, serves as a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace. Healing is a trendy word in Vietnam now. You see many healing centers here and there, open in Vietnam, many places. Refer to the process that soothes the soul, alleviates pain, mitigates negative emotion. Promotes well-being, helping the person feel like he was living again. And they practice Vipassana, so I skip Vipassana, we talk about many things. Meditation. This is the hallmark of stability and serenity. It serves as a foundation for the harmonious development of all human qualities, enabling individuals to achieve holistic growth, both physically and mentally. Meditation is the path to purify the mind and eliminate unwholesome mental state. The duration of this transformation varies depending on the practitioner dedication, but the change is undeniable. It's important to know that this method relies on no deities or divine intervention. The Buddha said, "Be a lamp unto yourself." The practitioner must trust their own path and follow it with perseverance. Research has shown that meditation improves cardiovascular health and longevity. Also addresses psychological issues such as depression, anxiety, emotional instability. For instance, study indicated Vipassana meditation enhances psychological well-being and life satisfaction. We have 3 tranquility stillness. Stillness is the foundation for meditation. We have MBSR, or mindfulness-based stress reduction programs demonstrated effectiveness. Then we have emotional regulation through stillness. In Buddhism, the journey towards enlightenment through stillness helps practitioners uncover true values and break free from detachment and suffering created by their own minds. Number 5, connecting with others. In this age, English families spend still together, but each engrossed in their own phones or iPad become familiar. This is the question: how we improve, we establish the bonds of love and connection. Zen Master Thich emphasized the importance of establishing true communication. He pointed out the sharing and empathy cannot exist without genuine interaction. There are 2 dimensions, 2 fundamental visions: deep listening and loving speech. To listen with the heart of love is to return to the warmth of our home. Each person cultivates inner peace, tolerance, and compassion. External world because we become harmonious. This embodies the spirit of this phrase: when the mind is at peace, the world is at peace. And compassion is the catalyst for peace. Inner peace is intricately tied to compassion, ability to empathize with others and act with kindness. A peaceful individual recognizes the shared humanity of people, wrestling barriers of race, religion, and nationality. Compassionate leadership is a good example how inner peace can create world peace. Leaders who are guided by compassion rather than ambition or fear more likely to make decisions that prioritize the happiness of people. Figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Dalai Lama exemplify the principle, proving that inner qualities can inspire people toward harmony. In Vietnam, Everton Nhân Tông also is a good example for leadership with compassion. He fought 3 fights against Mongolian invaders. He was a hero, but he sent his love to people, sympathized with stories of people, and considered them as their kin. And by his compassion, all people listen to him and ready to do everything he ordered. The rules of war, the Middle East discourses, Nikaya, Buddha clearly pointed out that wars and conflicts arise from human greed for sensual pleasure, that is to say, it is designed to satisfy the alluring objects of the senses. Beautiful sight, pleasant sound, enticing scent, taste of pleasurable sensation, or craving, sensory pleasure. Buddha advocated ending war, establishing peace through the path of renunciation, controlling desire, and eliminating craving. Greed, hatred, and ignorance are the roots of all wrongful thoughts and action, linked in ignorance to blindness and causing suffering to both himself and others. The collective power of inner peace. While inner peace began to be pursued, this collective impacts can be overstated. Imagine a world where schools prioritize emotional intelligence, businesses encourage mindfulness, and governments emphasize compassion in policy making. Such a change would create a culture where peace is not just an ideal, but a vibrant reality. Respect for lives and all beings. Okay? Modern movements now promoting inner peace and international day of peace and global mediation initiative. Flow is the spirit. Example of Buddha. Buddha is the messenger of peace because he possesses all the qualities of such a messenger. He conducted himself peacefully with others and skillfully maintained peace within himself, ensuring health and condition necessary to serve the cause of peace in the long term. It is evident in Buddha's life, exemplifying tranquility and influence. Prof. The Buddha exhibited boundless love and kindness towards all areas of life. It brings safety and happiness on beings. Buddha recognized all beings cherish life and fear death, desire happiness and abhor suffering, realizing that every being links to his existence. He advocated refraining from harming others, urging us to spend the same respect for life we seek for ourselves. Conclusion. Cultivating inner peace is foundation for achieving global peace. It begins with self-awareness, grows through compassion, and expands by collective action. Each person holds the potential to influence the world by fostering harmony within themselves. By embracing this responsibility, humanity can move closer to a future where peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of genuine understanding and unity. As the saying goes, peace begins with a smile. It thrives through unwavering commitment to inner serenity and compassion living. The Buddha's teaching reminds us, happy in it we live, without hate among the hateful, amidst hateful people without unhating. Thus, a peaceful world is rooted in a peaceful mind. As an adage, tâm bình thế giới bình, peaceful mind creates a peaceful world, suggesting the path to the global harmony begins within. When our hearts are filled with joy, tolerance, love, and empathy, we manifest the present Jayewardenepura in our lives. Why not collectively work toward building global peace, starting from our own consciousness? Life becomes profoundly beautiful and worth cherishing when we embody Buddha's teaching through our good intention and virtuous deeds. The timeless sutra reminds us, inner peace is a prerequisite for world peace. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Professor. The next speaker is Professor Dr. Yong. From the bio-brief, it looks to be a very interesting combination. He is the president of Middle East Meditation Center at U.A.E. and Malaysia. He has been a Malaysian-born scholar and aviation engineer who held senior roles at Boeing and Airbus delivery centers. A recipient of the Stockholm UN World Peace Award and Outstanding Buddhist Leaders Award, he co-authored Celebrating Tolerance and co-founded Pham ambulance services in Vietnam. He is right now serving as Secretary General at the World Alliance of Buddhists and holds dual degrees of Buddhist philosophy and public administration, integrating ancient wisdom with the contemporary educational initiatives. I invite you, Prof.
Throughout history, humanity has sought inner peace and happiness. Yet, until today, many still struggles with anxiety and distress. Despite there's advancement in science and technology, global and personal challenges, wars, political instability, economic crisis, and natural disasters continue to impact our lives. Now, what is inner peace? Inner peace, or pasati in Pali, is a state of mental and spiritual harmony, where one is free from turmoil and discord. And pasati refers to tranquility and calmness of both body and mind. As stated in the Samyutta Nikaya, for one who is tranquil in body and happy, the mind becomes concentrated. When the mind is concentrated, things become manifest as they truly are. The Buddha himself does not overnight become and achieve enlightenment and become the Buddha. Right? He tried various methodology, even self-mortification, and found them ineffective until eventually he followed the middle way, and through meditation and inner peace came enlightenment. The transformative power of meditation. Meditation or bhavana is a practice of cultivating and developing both body and mind. It transforms our mental state, fostering clarity, focus, empathy, and impartiality. It reminds us of the deep truth. While we have a mind, it often controls us instead of the other way around. By meditating, we regain control of this powerful asset, turning it into a wellspring of peace, wisdom, compassion, and strength, ultimately shaping a better quality life. Now, meditation can be transformative. Right? There is a lot of points why transformation can be transformative. Mental health and mental purification, and it leads to a clear understanding of the cause and effect, or the law of karma. Recognizing the three characteristics of existence, tilakkhana, meditation helps practitioners understand the three characteristics: impermanence, anicca, suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta, and liberation from sufferings, better stress management and resilience, emotional intelligence and compassion, enhanced performance and focus, blissfulness and fulfillment, and also pathway to spiritual attainment and growth. In Buddhism, through deep meditation, one may achieve the four levels of jhana, one-pointedness or meditative absorption, still focus and stable state of concentration. Yeah. The transformative power of meditation, cultivating a peaceful community. The three roots of poison, mula, or the three unwholesome roots, akusala mula, are fundamental causes of sufferings: craving, lobha; hatred, or dosa; and delusion, moha. From AN 3.9, the three poisons are described as fires that burn beings and keep them bound to samsara. Meditation can reduce or eliminate akusala mula, which can lead to a peaceful community. Now, in Buddhist scriptures, like the Kayakata Satipatthana Sutra, Anapanasati Sutra, and Samyutta Nikaya consistently mention that meditation, jhana, samadhi, and bhavana as an essential tool for developing mindfulness or self. If we Google in our internet, there are many types of meditation practices. Right? There is very diverse, maybe hundreds or more types. And if you ask which type is suitable for us, it all depends on oneself. right? Allowing individuals to choose what resonates best with their needs and also goal. Let us go through one or two quite popular meditation techniques. Right? One of them is the Vipassana meditation. And Vipassana means insight or clear seeing, one of the oldest form of meditation. Okay? Mindfulness practice focusing on the observing thought, feelings and physical sensation without judgment and given awareness and understanding of the true nature of existence. Another method which is quite popular in Thailand and other parts of the world is the Dhammacariya meditation techniques. Right? This technique is actually founded, is actually during the Buddha's time, but lost after the passing of the Buddha and refounded by by Prof Muni or Chancellor, an old monk in Thailand, and also Dhammacariya. They are instrumental in promoting this technique, highlighting its effectiveness in achieving profound inner peace and wisdom. Let's look at the meditation methodology of Dhammacariya. Right? The three concentrations are meditating on an object of visualization, kasina, focusing on a specific object like a flame, or even a colored light, the moon or sun, right, to cultivate concentration. And number two, recollection of the Buddha's virtue, Buddha Sasaki, reflecting on the positive qualities of the Buddha, such as wisdom, compassion, and enlightenment, to inspire and uplift the mind. And thirdly, meditation, mindfulness of breathing, anapanasati, paying attention to the breath, observing its rise and fall, to develop mental stability and focus. And the important part I want to highlight Dhammacariya meditation is the point at the center of the body. Right? That is known as the permanent base of the mind. And this is the point which is very critical in Dhammacariya meditation, where we put our focus there quietly, calmly, slowly, without any distraction until the mind is still. Like I said, this is the methodology of the Dhammacariya type of meditation. Like inner peace as the foundation of world peace. If everyone in the world has achieved inner peace, the cumulative effect could lead to a transformative shift towards a peaceful world. And the agent of peace. Now, if, like I said, if everyone in the world achieves inner peace, right, the world will be at peace. So, I would like to invite, by embracing the practice of meditation, individuals have the power to cultivate inner peace and mindfulness, fostering loving kindness, compassion, empathy, joy, and equality. This inner transformation not only enriches our lives, but also contributes to the elimination of the three roots of poison of the mind: delusion, hatred, and greed. Let us then unite beyond boundaries, irrespective of nationality, faith, or creed, to become agents of change. Together, we can promote meditation as a universal tool to create a sustainable world of peace, compassion, and harmony for all. Thank you very much.
So, thank you so much, Professor Lee Yong. Giving us some guidelines from the Buddha insight for the solution of rising in the modern world, especially with meditation and mindfulness. So, last but not least, we welcome Venerable Doctor coming from Australia, Ran Mali. So, he Assistant Spiritual Director, Buddhist Society of Western Australia, with the title topic what the Buddha say about peace according to Pali canon.
Is that all you have to say about me then? You have the long introduction for everyone else. That's the short one.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
Oh,
Good, that's good. Okay. Yeah, short and concise and very useful. Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, I better not waste any more time. Good. So, good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful to be here, and thank you so much for your very kind invitation to come to this Vesak celebration. It is one of the most marvelous things about it, is seeing so many people from so many different backgrounds coming together and mingling together and chatting and learning to meet new people, making new friends. It's a marvelous thing here. One of the previous speakers at the moderator, Dhammacariya, he said now we have Buddhists from everywhere around the world, all continents. Yeah, Buddhists, we have some African representatives here too, but he wasn't quite right. There's one continent missing. Antarctica. So when we get a few penguins ordained, then maybe we can have the whole continents around the world. But coming to the real issues here, like cultivating inner peace leading to outer peace, one of the, I think, very important questions that we should ask ourselves is the question, is peace really possible? Can peace be found in this world then? And I think it's a very profound starting point for making inquiry into how we should live our lives. And